Hey everybody, this is Rita C. from Panoply. Today is July 23rd, 2018. I'm just going to take you on a little walk through my garden and point out some of the things that I've been nurturing and maybe a few pieces of my art that's within my yard. It's a cloudy day. Looks like it could rain. Feeling a little bit of sprinkling going on. We might even hear a little bit of thunder behind us. So anyway, this is the front of my house, and I'm trying to keep the light behind me. These are my annual beds. I've mixed Purple Queen, Vinca, geraniums, and Angelonia in here. It's a close-up shot. This little garden angel, I like to always feature her in spring, where she's announcing spring with my daffodils. I'm going to step back and you can see on the edge of the house, these are my hollies. There's a trio, and then right beside those are my knockout roses, and this is the entry into the main landscape. These are my Kusa dogwoods. Off to the right here are my azaleas. Concrete urn with sundial, and this light looks like a moonbeam lit up like a full moon when the landscape lights come on in the evening. That's my tutor in the background with the clematis, snowflake viburnum. This is a nice screen of Nandina, heavenly bamboo, that gives us privacy from our next door neighbor. This is my Japanese maple. Okay. It's very dark. Again, these are my knockout roses. Behind them are the low-growing hibiscus that I chose not to stake this year. Rather, I cut them. Oh, look. We have a robin in the bird bath. Drinking. I'll come back here later. This is my trellis that leads into my courtyard. I'm growing hyacinth bean vine here this year. It's just now starting to get buds on it for blooms. Looking forward to that. These are my knockout roses that I've trained to grow up the wall. These are my butterfly bush dwarf versions. Behind them you can see remnants of irises, and I've transplanted a bunch of those this spring. Hear the thunder? These are my spirea bushes. Back here, this is a Mexican sunflower that I've transplanted here. And previously these were my bee balms, but they were all spent blooms and toppled over with some heavy storms. That's a peony that I'm nurturing and will plant in the fall. The tall one against the wall is a coneflower that got transplanted, and the blooms were spent. It was in front of my little chubby buddy there. Augustine is what I call him. And anyway, I had to move it back because it was overpowering Augustine. Black-eyed Susans, I've had to divide and replant. Behind these spirea, you can see salvia in between. It's not their turn. These are my tree-form butterfly bushes. Back here in the back are my hostas, two of my seasonal cherubs, winter and spring. In the far back corner are my buttercups that are spent. Autoleucans, mountain laurel. This is my single limelight hydrangea, and in front of it is a dwarf lilac reblooming. I like it. There's a few blooms on it right now. My welcome flag. And these are my endless summer hydrangeas. These right here are my Lord Baltimore hibiscus that I have staked. And they're droopy because it's the end of the day. It's early evening. More autoleucans, and tucked back there in that little niche are my other two seasonal statues, summer and fall. And the landscape lights have come on, so I'll be able to show you the moon before we walk away. Okay, this is the western wall garden that I'm really enjoying this year because I've done a lot of transplanting, dividing plants and replanting, and even grew some zinnia from seed. So we've got sedum, autumn joy, coneflower, black-eyed Susan, salvia, zinnia, repeat. Against the wall is the weeping cedar atlas that's taken on a life of its own. Okay, this is behind the umbrella is my Japanese maple, and beneath it is plumbago. And then right before that, these are my 4 o'clocks with more black-eyed Susans. Okay, we're going to walk into the courtyard next, but right there you can take another look-see of the light. That's a hand-blown glass ball. It looks really neat at night. I see a nice big weed in front of my azalea. Do you see it? We always play the game, Where's Waldo, when we come out and see the big weeds. Alright, that's our river out in front of the gate, across the street. Okay, taking you into the courthouse, or courthouse. This area was all here with the house originally. It's the yard that we renovated in the last 14 years ago in 2004. These are my only 2 containers that I planted this year. Treeform hibiscus braided, and beneath it underplanted with lantana and asparagus fern. And back in this area is our hot tub. And against the garage wall, these are my climbing roses with lavender. And that, my friend, is the end of my garden tour. Hope you enjoyed it.